So continue for the previous video in this time. Next question is, draw the distance versus time graph when its speed decreases uniformly. In the previous one we discussed that we can draw a distance versus time graph when the body speed is increases gradually. At that time the graph is a straight line in obliquely with respect to the x-axis. Now we can draw a distance versus time graph when the body moves with what is that one? Decrease the speed of a body uniformly. Means simply distance versus time graph. Distance versus time graph. The speed of a body decreases uniformly. Decreases uniformly. This is the one. So now here, first you can consider a tabular form. With help of this one, you can easily draw the graph. First one, distance or time, whatever that available to you. Next one, time. Time we have taken in seconds, distance we have taken in meters. So here we are observing that in the distance versus time graph, under the concept of speed of a body decreases uniformly. So a body speed is decreases uniformly means what is the meaning of that one? Already the body is in motion. We can say that like this one. So means a body of mass is m. Initially the body is moved with 40 meters per second according to our concept. So this is u, we have considered that. Now the driver was able to apply the brakes or whatever he was doing. Maybe here the driver was able to apply the brake. So what will be happen? The speed of the body is decreases uniformly and finally the body comes to the rest position. Means here, so let us consider a body of mass is m. Initially it is moved with 40 meters per second according to this one. Now if the person is if on the body some opposite force is acting, in the place of m we can say a vehicle is moved with 40 meters per second. The driver was able to apply the brakes, the speed of the vehicle is decreases and finally comes to the rest. Then we can say that after certain time, means position C. So the body speed is decreases to 30 meters per second. Next 20 meters per second. Next 10 meters per second. And finally comes to the 0 meters per second. So like this one means we are observing that when you are one of the person in a bus or in a car, if the driver was able to apply the brakes, further he cannot apply any force on the accelerator. So that's why the speed of the body is decreases continuously and finally comes to the rest position. That's why 40 to 30, 30 to 20, 20 to 10, 10 to 0. Like this one we have considered that. Means what is the meaning of this one? For every 1 second 10 meters of the speed is decreases gradually. Means in 1 second the body will be, for every 1 second the body will be covered 10 meters from initial, okay, between the 2 points. Now we draw a graph based on the values. So on the x-axis we have taken the time values in seconds. On the y-axis we have taken the distance values in the meters. Because of the slope of the distance versus time graph is gives the which information, it gives the magnitude of the speed. That's why here distance versus time graph you can consider. Starting the 0, you can consider that it is the 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 1 unit on the x-axis is 1 second, and on the y-axis is, you can say that 10, 20, 30, 40. That's why in a graph we are observing that in x-axis 1 unit is equals to, we can say as a 1 second. In the y-axis 1 unit we can say as 10 meters. That is the meaning of that. That's why 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. The difference in this one is 10. The difference here is 1. That's why on the x-axis 1 unit we can say as a 1 second. On the y-axis 1 unit we can say as a 10 meters. Now we are observing that here. Okay. So for the 0, what is that one? 0 is nothing but when the driver was able to apply the brakes. That is, you can consider that. When the driver was able to apply the brakes, after that one we can count the time. That's why when the driver was able to apply the brakes at that time, what is the speed of the vehicle? 40. Just you can consider that. Okay. So next, after the 1 second, what will be happen? For if the time is increases gradually, the speed is decreases because of the driver was able to apply the brakes here. Okay, t equals to 0 second. Next 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why in 1 second decreases comes to 30, 2, 20, 3 seconds, 10. Finally, after 4 seconds, the body comes to the rest. Based on this one, we will be considered here. Next, after the 1 second. What is that one? Okay, 30. That's why 30 is here, 1 is here. Like this one. Next, for 220, we draw one horizontal line from the 2 and vertical onto the x-axis. So next, for 3 is 10. For 4 is comes to finally what will be happen? 0. Okay. So now we add this all these things. So here we are observing that the graph is what straight line, but it is in the downward way. So this graph is represented the speed of a body is decreases uniformly. So at the 0, 40, 1, 30, 2, 20, 3, 10, 4, 0, like that one is there. That's why at 0, what is it? 40, 1, 30, 2, 20, 3, 10, 4, 0, finally, like that one. That's why, so means if the graph is in a straight line motion in increasing mode, that is represented from 0 to increasing mode, that is represented the body is move with increase the speed uniformly. but the graph is showing in the downward direction in a straight line. It is represented the speed of a body decreases uniformly when in case of distance versus time graph. Next one, continuously further. You may have heard the story of the race between the rabbit and tortoise. They started from same point simultaneously with constant speeds. During the journey, rabbit took rest somewhere along the way for a while, but the tortoise moved steadily with lesser speed and reached the finishing point before rabbit. Rabbit woke up and ran, but rabbit realized that the tortoise had won the race. Draw distance versus time graph for this one. Listen very carefully. So already we heard the one story is there. We know that very clearly about the rabbit and tortoise. So rabbit and tortoise, okay. So they both are started at one point in a game. Okay, so means initially we know that in the game the rabbit will be okay bet with one tortoise. Okay, so who reaches the first destination? Okay, who reaches the first? Okay, for particular point is nothing but a game between them is there. So in that bet, what this says that both are means tortoise and rabbit both are started at a same point simultaneously. Okay, so now, but generally we know that the speed of the rabbit, the rabbit will be move very faster than the tortoise according to their nature. So that's why the rabbit will be think in itself. Okay, so as early as faster, I quickly reaches to the destination. That's why. So finally, the tortoise will be lost like that, like he was thinking. But when both are started from the same point, okay, so the rabbit will be started fastly and fastly moving and take some rest under a tree because of he thinking that so it will be means the tortoise will be moves with very slowly. That's why when before it comes to me, so I will be woke up and again fastly running and reaches to the destination. Like that mode, the rabbit will be think and it took the rest for some time. But after he wake up and comes to the destination, but already the tortoise reaches to the destination. Is nothing but finally who won the game? Tortoise is won the game. For this one, we draw a graph between which one you can draw the graph. Okay, distance versus time graph. So we know that on the x-axis we have taken the time values in the seconds. On the y-axis we have taken the distance values in meters. Okay, according to the distance versus time graph, it is 0. So what that says that both are started at the same point where 0 means tortoise and rabbit both are started at the same point. Okay, so now here we are consider in this one the tortoise will be moved with a constant speed. Okay, so now here we are observing that among the tortoise and rabbit, who ran faster initially? Rabbit will be run faster. Okay, but according to the textbook they are given that both are started from the same point with a constant speed, means both are moving with the same speed. Okay, constant speed is nothing but tortoise is moving with the same one constant speed and rabbit will be moving with some constant speed. Means for example, just we are consider that here for rabbit, okay, move with just for understanding of you 20 meters per second. Okay, tortoise is moving 10 meters per second. Just for understanding of you, we are considered like this one. So rabbit is moved with 20 meters per second. Tortoise is moved with 10 meters per second. So means already we have the idea is that rabbit run faster than the tortoise according to their nature. That's why it is the higher speed, it is the lower speed. But rabbit will be moved with 20 meters per second entire the journey from starting to ending. And tortoise is also moving with 10 meters per second entire the journey from starting to ending. That is the meaning of constant speed. Means both are maintaining the constant speed in their respectively. Okay. So now here we can come to that point in this one. Okay. We can say that first one. So who ran the So here we are observing that. Okay, so the blue color line is represented the tortoise, and the black color portion is represented rabbit. So here this blue color line is represented the tortoise, and rabbit one is represented the black color. But here we know that in a distance versus time graph, the graph is a straight line. If the graph is a straight line, means they move with a constant speed, is nothing but uniform speed. That is, that already I explained clearly. But according to the question, according to the story, we know that tortoise and rabbit both are started from where? At the same point simultaneously, and they move with their respective constant speed. Rabbit is 20, tortoise is 10. That's why. So rabbit will be showing separate. This one means here, this one is represented. It is more higher, more speed than which one? Tortoise. About this one, I will explain one question. In the starting of this TQ1, in the distance versus time graph, A car, B car, they are given the speed of the two cars. Which one will be moves faster? Means A car will be moves faster than the B car. In that concept, I clearly explained that how we can say that A car is faster than the B car. In this one, from the same question you can so applied here, rabbit is represented the A car position up to here, tortoise is represented the B car position. So anyway, now let me come to that one here. So what is in the story? Rabbit is runs faster than the tortoise, and after ran certain particular distance, it takes the rest. It takes the rest. That's why it is X. Means after traveling X distance by the rabbit, it takes the rest up to certain time. T time. We are considered that. So means rest is nothing but it is not in the motion. That's why. So the graph is a straight line with the x-axis. If the graph in a distance versus time graph, the graph is straight line for the x-axis. It is represented the body is in rest position. That's why. So rabbit will be run faster than the tortoise. After reaches to the particular x distance, the rabbit will be takes the rest up to t time. But the tortoise in that story, we know that it is not it is not takes the rest. It is continuously travel with a constant speed. That's why the tortoise is move with 10 meters per second. This speed is just for understanding of you only. It is not the real values. That's why the tortoise is continuously moving with constant uniform speed and reaches to the which one destination first. But after the tea time, the rabbit will be woke up and again he run faster, but it will be reaches. Means you are observing that the rabbit and tortoise both are finally reaches to the destination. But which one will be reaches to the first means tortoise, okay, than the rabbit. That's why this is a brief graph for the which story about the rabbit and the tortoise. Both are started from the same point with their respective constant speed. The rabbit will be take a rest for some time. After woke up, it will be ran faster and reaches to the destination. But already at the destination, what is there? Tortoise. Because of the tortoise is continuously moving from the starting to its destination without any break or rest. That's why the tortoise will be won the game.